Happy Monday morning, my Alton family. I was going to have some music here, but music is not acting right with this system I'm using right now. So I'll have to figure that out. I'll figure it out. So, because I know you don't want me to sing to you each Monday morning. So, hey, we've had a great 3 days. We roared into those 3 days last week, and now get to roar into this week, a full week, and roar into the school year. So I hope you're ready, because I am. And I wanted to share a thought about lions, since our mascot happens to be the lion cub. But I kind of was looking over this weekend. Lions may be known for their powerful roar. But a roar does not start big. It starts small with the cub. A cub learns by practicing little habits day after day until one day that little roar grows into the mighty sound that can be heard across the savannah. Now, the same thing can be said with us as educators. Big impact comes from small, consistent actions. Let me say that again. Big impact comes from small, consistent actions. Now, I like to call these big impacts that are small and consistently done, I like to call them micro habits. Now, there's a lot of different simple things, but I thought, you know what, I'm just going to kind of focus on 3 micro habits that you can actually do today, at least one of them today, that can not only help us, not only help our students, but it's going to help us and our students grow strong every day. So, here are the 3. Don't have to be in order. You can take one and work with one, or you can take all 3 and work with all 3. And there's a lot of other micro habits. Remember, sometimes it's the small things that have the biggest impact. Always remember that. So, here are 3 micro habits that can help. First of all, greet your cubs by name at the door. I think most of us know that by now, and as we are learning our new students in our classroom, it can be huge when we are saying good morning to them before they walk in the classroom, and we are saying their name. Just like a lion cub feels safe in its pride, our students feel they belong when we acknowledge them personally each morning. So, and I can tell you this, when I see a student, all 475 of them, and I try to remember their names, and I call out their name, that's huge to a kid. And that can really help and start the day off right. Second thing, practice the 3-second pause. Now, when you ask a question, give students 3 seconds to think. We can give them a little bit longer on that one. And I'm going to be honest, when you ask that question, 3 seconds can be a long time. But give them a chance to think about it, that wait time. Just as cubs learn to listen and watch before they act, our kids need time to process and build confidence in their voices. So give that little bit wait time. Now later on, we'll talk about, okay, Og, I gave them the wait time. They didn't say anything, or they gave me the wrong answer. We'll talk about that, but in the meantime, give them a chance to think and let them feel their confidence in building up their voice. And the last one, I think, goes big with building those positive relationships with your kids. Before it's in with a Cubs win. All right, so before dismissal, before the end of the day, let students share one thing they learned, one thing they're proud of, or maybe a shout out to a classmate. Now, let's even shrink this even a little bit smaller. If you're still working on a relationship with that one student that's like, it's been really hard to build a relationship with them, do it maybe instead of with the whole class, do it with that one student. At the end of the day, ask them what's one thing they learned. Ask them what is one thing they liked about school today. What is one thing they were proud of? What was one thing that made them smile? What is one, maybe they could give a shout out to a classmate. This habit leaves them walking out with courage and pride, just like a cub, leaving the den a little braver than before. So, again, little habits build strong cubs, and strong cubs grow into mighty lions. So this week, let's each pick one of these micro habits to practice. It could be all three or just pick one of them. Make it simple. It may feel small in the moment, but together, those habits are what help our pride roar into Alton. Hey, let's have a great Monday. Let's have a great week. And as always, let's roar.